Data warehousing the easy way with DWiz. This quick tip, designing flat procedures. The flat procedures are where the real action happens in feeding your warehouse. They are the T in ETL, the transform in extract transform load. While the download tables extract the differential changes from your sources using change data capture or change tracking, and the flat tables stage the warehouse data for loading, it is the flat procedures that transform the raw source data into the denormalized star schema data needed for your warehouse. This is where you design any cleaning, reformatting, renaming, aggregation, or any other transformation needed for your warehouse. And here is where data from multiple tables gets combined or flattened into a single flat table. Whereas the data in your source system typically resides in normalized relational tables, the data in the staging database resides in flattened or denormalized tables. This flattening of tables is what makes it possible to update a data mart table, such as a fact, dim, bridge, or junk, by using only one flat table as the source. Each flat procedure governs the feeding of one flat table. We start in DWiz by going to the Staging DB and expanding the Stored Procedures folder, then right-clicking on the Flat Procedures folder. Next, we will click on New Flat. This brings up a pop-up for creating a flat definition page, which I will define the flat procedure. I will go to the Flat Table drop-down menu and choose the one flat table that I want this new procedure to update. For this example, I choose the Flat Customer table. Now I will choose a name for my new stored procedure. While I can name it whatever I like, the usual name would be the table name plus the suffix _UPD for update. So I choose Flat Customer Update. Next, I will choose the primary source table for data. Here, there are a couple things to note. Firstly, by source table, it does not mean the original source DB table. Rather, it means the primary source for the data to be transformed into our flat table, which is most always a download table source. Secondly, don't worry if you need to draw from multiple download tables to feed this one flat table. You'll have the opportunity to add more sources later. It's very common that you'll use multiple normalized sources when you flatten down to a single denormalized flat table. Here, we're just choosing our first source download table that is the best match for our flat table. I choose Download Customer, which has most of the raw data that I will need to feed my flat table Flat Customer. So we click on OK, which brings up the flat procedure definition page. You will see that the top line echoes the parameters that we had entered in the pop-up window. Stored procedure name, source table, flat table. Next, we select the ETL group, which normally should be the same group where we have the download table. When, in the future, we compile this ETL group, it will include our new flat procedure as part of the transform section after it performs the extract for the download tables and before it performs the loading to the warehouse. Now this page provides many advanced capabilities for transforming the data, such as source filter, additional joins, update options, aggregation options, pre-processing, post-processing. But for now, we'll start with the most basic of transforms, which is a straight copy of the source columns. The column list shows each flat column destination. Make sure that View All Columns is checked so that you can see all the columns that you can work with. It's very important that you indicate the natural key of the source with a 1. This is normally the column that was the primary key in the original source DB. If the natural key includes multiple columns, then indicate all its columns sequentially with a 1, 2, 3, etc. Now for each flat column, we'll choose a column from this first source table to copy, if available. DWiz defaults on the best guesses. Now let's press the Save button, the floppy disk icon. Let's create this first draft procedure and see what it looks like. We can always come back to this definition page to add or edit transforms in the future. So let's go up to the Create Procedure icon in the Tab menu area, this lightning over pen icon. When this button is pressed, DWiz designs the stored procedure for you. The actual code is displayed and is complete. However, DWiz gives you this opportunity to view the code and even modify the code if you really want to, because the stored procedure has not yet been created in the DB. After looking at the code, press the Save Procedure button, which is this lightning over floppy disk icon. When we click this icon, the stored procedure is actually created in the staging DB, and you can see it in SQL Server, Management Studio, etc., etc. No secrets. Now that is all it takes to create a basic flat procedure that does a copy column transform from a download table. But DWiz offers many powerful time-saving capabilities in this flat procedure definition page. Watch the videos or check out the tech manuals for capabilities such as specifying source filters, joining related tables, transforming from secondary sources, aggregating data, inline column transformations, custom pre-processing, custom post-processing, and other capabilities. Enjoy!